In 1943, the USS Eldridge allegedly vanished from the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. Witnesses described a green fog and a scent of ozone. When the ship reappeared, sailors were fused into the steel hull. It wasn't just a cloaking experiment. The Navy had accidentally torn a hole in the fabric of time, realizing that light and gravity could be manipulated to slip between seconds. Building on the ruins of Philadelphia, the Montauk project at Camp Hero supposedly pushed the boundaries of the human mind. Using the Montauk chair, psychics could manifest objects or open portals to specific dates. This wasn't just research, it was the creation of a time well, allowing the military to scout the future and rewrite the past to ensure their own dominance. Deep in the Vatican archives, rumors persist of a device called the Chronovisor. Built by Father Pellegrino Anetti in the 1950s, it allegedly allowed users to tune in to past events like a television. The Church reportedly dismantled it because viewing the past is too dangerous for a world built on faith. They didn't want the public to see the true history of the gods. Whistleblowers like Andrew Basiago claim they were part of Project Pegasus as children. Using Tesla teleportation and chronovision, they were allegedly sent to the 1800s and even to a secret Mars colony in the future. The use of children was deliberate. Their brains are more plastic and better able to handle the neurological snap that occurs during temporal displacement. Millions remember a world that no longer exists. Titles of books, names of celebrities, and historical dates have shifted. Skeptics call it false memory. Theorists call it temporal bleed. Every time the secret programs tweak a past event to change a political outcome, the ripples distort the collective memory, leaving behind the Mandela Effect as a glitch in the edit. Project Looking Glass allegedly involves a device that uses a gravity-distorting ring to see into the future. It's not a window, but a probability map. The government uses it to predict elections, wars, and economic crashes. However, they found a timeline convergence in the mid-2020s where all paths lead to the same event, a secret that has caused panic in the elite. The Large Hadron Collider, LHC, is officially for particle physics. But skeptics note the strange coincidences that occur during high-energy runs. They believe CERN is thinning the veil of the present. By smashing particles at near-light speeds, they are creating micro-wormholes, allowing data or small objects to be sent back to the 1970s to guide modern tech development. Tesla's papers were seized by the FBI the moment he died. Among them were designs for temporal energy receivers. The government hasn't lost these papers. They have spent 80 years building them. The secret space program is actually a secret time program. You don't need a fast ship to reach the stars if you can simply be there by manipulating the when of the universe. If time travel exists, it must be policed. The Butterfly Bureau is a rumored group of temporal agents whose job is to prune people who discover the truth. If someone invents time travel in their garage, they disappear or never existed. The Bureau ensures that time remains a state monopoly, preventing any unauthorized changes that could erase the current ruling class. Many people report a global hum or a ringing in the ears that has no medical cause. Some believe this is the sound of temporal generators operating in underground bases. These machines vibrate our local reality to keep it anchored. The hum is the sound of the engine of time, a mechanical drone that is working 24/7 to keep the timeline from unraveling. The Antikythera mechanism, 300-million-year-old screws in coal, and modern watches found in ancient tombs are OO parts. They aren't anomalies, they are litter from time travelers. Just as we leave plastic in the ocean, chrononauts leave their tech in the past. The government collects these items to prevent the public from realizing that our linear history is a Swiss cheese of holes. While Philadelphia moved a ship, Phoenix III supposedly moved consciousness. Using high-power RF transmitters, they pushed a soldier's mind into his younger self. This mental time travel is the ultimate spy tool. An agent can spend a lifetime in the past, gather intelligence, and then return to the present in a heartbeat, with decades of experience in a second. Why has technology advanced so fast since 1945? Some believe we aren't inventing it, we are retrieving it from the future. The secret time programs send teams 500 years ahead to scavenge abandoned tech from a post-collapse Earth. Our iPhones and fiber optics are the garbage of a future civilization, brought back to the past to jumpstart our own industrial growth. Time-slipped individuals often report feeling like ghosts. They can see people, but they cannot be seen. This phase shifting is a side effect of temporal travel. Many hauntings are actually just time travelers who haven't fully synced with our current second. They are echoes of people who are currently standing in the same spot, but 100 years in the wrong direction. In the world of the elite, the ultimate currency isn't gold, it's time. Secret societies trade temporal credits, the promise of being saved by a time machine in the event of a global disaster. They have safe houses in the 1950s or the 1100s where they can wait out a nuclear war. The time machine is the ultimate gilded lifeboat for those who can afford the ticket. A strange theory suggests the Titanic didn't hit an iceberg, but was sabotaged by a time traveler to prevent a certain group of powerful men from stopping the creation of the Federal Reserve. This targeted intervention shows that time travel is a surgical tool. By removing one person or one ship, the agents can shift the fate of nations without firing a single bullet. Some whistleblowers claim the Greys aren't aliens, but future humans whose DNA has degraded. They are time-traveling back to our era to harvest fresh genetic material to save their dying species. Their UFOs are actually time machines. They aren't from another planet. They are from another when, visiting their ancestors to fix a mistake they haven't made yet. Time is a fluid in the zero-point field. The government has mastered quantum entanglement to send messages through time. They can text their past selves to avoid a terrorist attack or an economic dip. This is why the elite are always one step ahead. They aren't smarter, they just have tomorrow's news today, delivered through a secret, encrypted time link. When a time traveler changes a major event, thousands of people might never be born. These are the echo people. They simply vanish from the records, and their families forget they ever existed. These missing persons are the collateral damage of the time wars. Our reality is constantly being reshuffled, and we are the cards being moved without our consent. The government is terrified of a grandfather paradox. To prevent it, they only allow closed-loop travel, where the traveler's actions in the past are what caused the present in the first place. This means we are in a bootstrap reality. Everything that is happening was meant to happen because a future agent already came back and made sure it did. The Vatican reportedly has a time mirror that shows the unfiltered truth of any historical event. They use it to keep world leaders in line. If a king or president tries to rebel, the church shows them evidence of their own past crimes or future failures. The secret of time is the ultimate blackmail tool, ensuring that the grand design remains under the church's control. Is there a safe timeline where everything goes right? The SSP is supposedly trying to merge our reality with that one. They are using dimensional shifting to move our world onto a better track. The weirdness of the modern world, the sudden shifts in politics and culture, is the feeling of our reality being pushed into a new lane by temporal engineers at the wheel. In secret bunkers like Cheyenne Mountain, there are wait rooms, places where personnel wait for temporal corrections. If they see a glitch, like a person flickering, they know the timeline has been changed. They are anchor points, people whose memories are protected by special magnetic fields so they can remember the old world and help the new one adjust. The government discloses time travel through fiction. Movies like Back to the Future and Tenet are soft disclosure, predictive programming. They want us to get used to the idea of time travel so that when the truth finally breaks, we won't panic. They are seeding our imagination with the rules of time so we can be manageable subjects in a multi-temporal world. Desktop black holes are the engines of time travel. By spinning a tiny singularity, scientists can drag the space-time around it. These spin drives are located in universities and private labs. The dark matter scientists talk about is actually temporal waste, the byproduct of time engines that have been running since the late 1960s, polluting our gravity. The Sentient World Simulation, SWS, is an AI that has mapped the future using temporal data. It knows what you will do before you do it. This isn't just big data, it's time data. The AI is the oracle of the modern state. It suggests policies that will lead to the desired future, turning the world into a self-fulfilling prophecy controlled by a machine. There is a rumor that the Roaring Twenties was so prosperous because time travelers moved a massive amount of future wealth into that decade. It was a temporal stimulus. This bubble eventually popped, leading to the Depression. The secret programs treat the past like a piggy bank, moving wealth around to fund their own secret projects across the centuries. Some soldiers in the secret space program have been fighting for 200 years, but they look 25. They are age-regressed and time-shifted. They are the eternal warriors of the state. They have seen the rise and fall of civilizations we haven't even built yet. They are the ghosts in the machine, living in a permanent present, while the rest of us age and die in the slow lane. The jump room is a teleportation device that also moves through time. To reach Mars, you don't travel through space. You jump to a time when Mars was closer or more habitable. The secret Mars colony is actually in the ancient past of Mars, when it had oceans. We are colonizing the past of other planets to avoid the difficult present of our own. Our DNA has a time lock, a sequence that prevents us from remembering our past lives or alternate timelines. The time programs have found the key to this lock. By activating certain genes, they can turn a person into a living chronovisor. This is the secret of the genius. They aren't smarter. They just have access to their own future knowledge. Some believe Havana syndrome is a temporal sickness caused by being near time rifts. The brain's inner clock is destroyed by the micro-warping of space-time. The victims aren't being attacked by microwaves, they are being desynced from the present. The nausea is the feeling of your soul trying to be in 2 seconds at once, a physical tug-of-war. Was the Star of Bethlehem a time traveler's ship? Some theorists believe major religious events were staged or monitored by temporal observers. They wanted to ensure that the right religions took hold to keep humanity manageable. We are a cultured species, our beliefs planted by time gardeners who knew exactly what we needed to hear to stay in line. There is a final timeline where the secret is out and humanity is free. The secret state is trying to delete this timeline. They see freedom as entropy. They want a static world where they rule forever. The time war is happening right now in your mind. It's the struggle between the programmed future and the infinite potential of the unwritten now. One day, the clock will stop. The temporal generators will fail. In that second, we will all see everywhere and everywhen at once. This is the apocalypse, the unveiling. The time travelers will be exposed. We will realize that history was a sandbox, and we were the toys. The cover-up will end not with a leaked document, but with the dissolving of time itself. The truth is that time is a construct. The experiments only work because we believe in linearity. Once we realize that past, present, and future are all happening in the same now, the time machines will become obsolete. We are the time travelers we've been waiting for. The secret isn't a machine in a lab. It's the power of the moment that the state can never own.